Welcome to Classical Piano Tutorials. My name is Charles Hutton. I'm a piano teacher in the Southeast United States, and this video is part of my complete course to teach Ludwig van Beethoven's Für Elise. Today's video will teach you the ending of part B, which is a flourish that comes after the third phrase of the section. It will also lead into a repeat of part A. Here's the sound of this little flourish of 30-second notes. To play it, place your third finger of the right hand on the E key above treble C, and then you'll use fingers 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 1 to play these keys. If you're playing by ear, you'll notice that there is one black key included, the D sharp. So to repeat, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 1 are the finger numbers so far. After this, you can squeeze your hand up gently and put finger 4 on the E instead of finger 3 to finish the 30-second note flourish. Here again is the group of notes after you put finger 4 on the E. That means that finger 3 will be resting on D sharp. This flourish ends with a dotted eighth note on E that will lead to our transition back to part A. In slow motion, the whole measure and a half is this. Shift. I do the shift in order to get finger 4 ready to repeat part A. As I explained in my first video of this series, I like to put finger 4 on E. When I made that video, I had never seen an edition that did that, but recently on Reddit I did see one where finger 4 was recommended on the E key to start the piece, so I was happy to see that. Here now will be the right hand and the left hand together for this flourish. The rest for the left hand begins on the 5th note of the right hand. So whenever you play that E key as the 5th note of the measure, let go of your left hand. By coordinating the two hands, you can make your rests happen at the right time. In order to help me play my rests accurately, sometimes I fling my hand up a little bit slightly. If you're sighted, you'll be able to see my hand jumping off the key with a little impulse. So I'm not just letting go gently. In order to play the rest correctly, I hit the rest and let go of the key quickly. As I get more familiar with the rests in a particular piece of music, I may quit doing that exaggerated motion. Now I'd like to show you part B, phrase 3, and the flourish at the end, where Beethoven uses this string of 30-second notes to play out his momentum that he's built up. And there's the sound in a kind of a medium tempo. I'll try playing it fast now and just see what happens. All right, it went fine. I'll play the whole B section now. Whenever I play the chords at the beginning, I do recommend that you play them with a little bit of extra time. But I haven't practiced them that way. I'm still playing rather mechanically when I get back to playing this piece, so I may or may not do that. Put a slow down at the end of those 30-second notes to further reinforce that we're letting go of our momentum after a 30-second note passage in phrase 3 of this part. Now I'll show you the lead in back into part A. This is one of the many places that self-taught pianists will get wrong, so I want to be sure you get it right, because like I say in the description, the goal of this channel is to lower barriers to learning and to raise the standards of self-taught pianists. Here's the E that I ended on before. It's a dotted eighth note, so in this time signature of 3/8, it would be counted 1 and 2. 1 and 2. That is followed by a repeat of the kind of motive that Beethoven's been doing, this time where he has E's and D sharps, but he also has a B key. You can really feel that part A is going to return. It's like intimations of what's about to happen. B, E, D sharp, E. And that last E that I played is also a dotted eighth note. I'll do this with counting. It'll start with and 3 and 3 and 1 and 2. And so now the whole measure plus this measure plus the next downbeat will be like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. In slow motion. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. What follows is the same keys, but Beethoven shows by the use of staffs that the left hand is going to be playing the next D sharp E. The right hand of this third measure of our flourish and transition back to phrase 1 of part A has these keys. 1 and 2 and 3, and then the left hand reaches over to play D sharp E. Then right hand plays D sharp E. Then left hand plays D sharp E again. So it is going to be left hand, right hand, left hand. We've seen this pattern before at the end of phrase 3 of part A. Left, right, left. Please practice this in isolation for a while so you get the hang of it. Left, right, left. And now 2 measures in a row. 1 and 2, left, right, left. After this will be a repeat of phrase 1 of part A. And now I'll back up a little to show it more in context. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. All right, the return back to part A, phrase 1, does start on the D sharp. So it's not literally exactly like the very beginning of the piece. The very beginning of the piece started with, while this part just does this, 1 note less. And 1 and 2. If you count to 2 when you start the phrases over, you can have the right number of notes. And 1 and 2. And now to back up to the left, right, left portion. Left, right, left, and 1 and 2. Now to do it more at a faster tempo. Left, right, left, 1, 2. To back up further. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Left, right, left, and 1 and 2. That way you'll have the right number of notes. One and 2 and 3 and 1. After this, we switch to left, right, left, left, right, left, and 1 and 2. That's a little bit in slow motion for you. I'll back up to the third phrase where we had all those 30-second notes again. I'll play the flourish that follows that, and then I'll play the lead in back to part A, phrase 1. And 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. So if you're able to count along while you play, you can be rest assured that you're on the next level. You're doing some next level stuff if you can count while you play. I think it's a mental challenge that you should take on in order to make sure you're playing the right number of keys. And of course, if it's very difficult, you should do it very slowly at first. Now I'll play all of part B and see about doing the lead in back to part A repeat. Two. So I did some more tempo flexibility, but that's how we can play it when we're actually performing, and after we've learned the keys and learned the rhythm properly, then we can put our own feeling into the music. I hope you've enjoyed learning the end of part B, and I'll see you next time.